There are a lot of personalities that paved the way for cryptocurrency to dominate the online world and perhaps even the physical world too in the near future. As such, it is important for any enthusiast and pretty much anyone who wants to get into the cryptoverse to know these people and the feats they have and are currently doing in order for crypto to maintain its market dominance and to innovate and develop it further for the future. Welcome to our channel where we show you all the latest, relevant, and any information that has to do or affects the world of cryptocurrencies, all in the comfort of your very own crypto addict.
I'm joined now by the crypto king, Barry Silbert.
Barry Silbert. Barry Silbert. Barry Silbert.
Today, we'll look into one of the most prominent figures in the world of cryptocurrencies, Barry Silbert, the current head of Digital Currency Group, or more currently referred to as DCG, a leading company in the cryptoverse that has multiple subsidiaries like Grayscale, Genesis, and Coindesk. Let's not prolong this any further and get to know who Barry Silbert is and what he's done for the crypto community that had his name resound throughout the cryptoverse. Before anything else, please remember that this video is not any form of financial advice, but solely our fact-based opinion that is meant to educate and inform you of the latest and most relevant information fresh from the world of cryptocurrencies. We strongly urge you to do your own research before dealing, trading, or buying any cryptocurrencies, because knowledge is your greatest asset. Invest in it first. Barry, like most of the people engaged in cryptocurrencies, started somewhere else entirely. Before cryptocurrencies were even a thing, Barry was already a successful investment banker and a businessman. He was so success-oriented that he even went straight into banking after graduating college from Emory University back in 1998. But after mastering the art of banking and finding success in the field, it seems to be lacking something to be truly considered a success by his standard. And being the intellectual, business-driven individual that he is, he opted to leave his ideal position as an investment banker, arguing that even though he is financially secure in the field, it still falls short for him to consider it a real success. That is why, after spending more than 5 years as an investment banker, he switched careers. He found a new area to conquer, and that is second market. It is a project that made it possible for private enterprises and investment funds to raise money for investors. But even if it's technically different from investment banking, it is still a part of the same spectrum of finance. This fact would prove distasteful to Barry in the long run, as it is a niche he is already a master of. His second market venture was naturally a success. In 2011, however, he announced that he would be leaving second market and step down as its CEO to pursue a more challenging and basically unventured field of digital currencies. He just had a knack for this kind of thing, stating that for him, digital currencies would become the next big thing. And boy was he right. Silbert purchased his first Bitcoin in 2012. During that period, Bitcoin was on the rise, and Silbert quickly grew reasonably wealthy from his cryptocurrency holdings. And just 3 years after his very first cryptocurrency venture, he launched the company that would make his name known throughout the cryptoverse, the Digital Currency Group. At the time of its launch, Silbert advertised it as a conventional holding company optimized for Web3 firms involved in the crypto markets, and it did just that. Over time, the business established and bought assets including Grayscale, the news site Coindesk, and the Bitcoin mining firm Foundry. In addition, the business purchased numerous other businesses and initiatives. In the realm of cryptocurrency finance, DCG was a titan thanks to its vast portfolio of businesses and initiatives. And during the crypto craze of 2021, his company was able to raise $700 million at $10 billion valuation. But that would also become short-lived, as the crypto market is a very volatile one. The bull market. During the height of 2021's crypto craze, Barry Silbert was at the top of everything, as his company raised over $700 million. The main factor to its massive success is the fact that one of its subsidiaries, Grayscale, leveraged its Bitcoin venture that got people, traffic, and investments through it go through the roof. And because Grayscale is a publicly traded company, people have been investing in its stocks as well, and not just cryptocurrency. Grayscale capitalized on this newly realized success and charged a 2% fee, a rate higher than other competition. And the Bitcoin assets of Grayscale quickly rose to $43 billion at the time when the bull market reached its height. This growth eventually resulted in a GBTC premium, which simply means Grayscale shares were at a much higher value than the Bitcoin asset in it that caused its explosive growth. And this in turn was further utilized by companies and hedge fund investors. DCG even lent money to companies like Three Arrows Capital, which used it to finance the price of the GBTC premium, which ultimately ballooned Grayscale's earnings further, effectively giving DCG a secure way to mint as much money as they needed to for whatever reason they wanted to spend it on. The bear market. But one could only stay afloat for so long on raging markets that just seemed to make everything sink to a bottomless demise. During the bear market, Grayscale shares were suddenly selling at lower rates than its bitcoins, and Genesis, DCG's subsidiary that was responsible for lending money to Three Arrows Capital, continued to do so not just 3AC, but to all other hedge funds, with goals to artificially raise Grayscale shares to hopefully attract investors back. This backfired, however, after 3AC blew up that resulted in Genesis and in turn DCG acquiring a $1 billion deficit. So what does DCG do? It came up with more creative accounting and continued to operate despite its deficits. And this is where tension started to rise between DCG and Gemini, another cryptocurrency exchange owned by the Winklevoss brothers, which relied heavily on the Earn program of Genesis. The program was designed in a way that Genesis would be responsible for providing the yield for the customer's users, while Gemini would take care of its branding and manage the investments of its user funds. But after a few more major events that led to the latest crypto winter the market experienced, Genesis and DCG crashed, leaving Gemini with massive losses. Finally, after some private back and forth talks between two parties, Cameron Winklevoss published a public letter on Twitter demanding action from Genesis and DCG, or else Gemini would be forced to end the master loan agreement between its customers and Genesis. Basically, the letter states that Genesis owes Gemini more than $900 million, and some other allegations regarding their negotiations months before the letter was published. Barry Silbert replied to the letter, arguing that all these are false and that Genesis didn't owe Gemini the said amount. The letter's set deadline passed, and there are further exchanges from both parties online. These ones are more serious and revealing than the previous ones, where Cameron accused Barry Silbert of committing fraudulent acts to further DCG's quote-unquote success and cover its losses. Cameron even threatened to sue Barry Silbert for all these and more. This is currently the largest dispute that plagues the cryptoverse, and it sheds light to how greed got the better of crypto enthusiasts and players from across the spectrum. Be honest, if you were already engaged in trading crypto during 2021's bull market, would you have traded differently than your usual trading strategy? Share down the comment section your trading strategy deviations and how it went after you veered from your trading plans and practices. One thing is for sure, this will be the biggest challenge that Barry Silbert will face in his entire trading career, and only one of two things could happen to him. Either he comes out of this mess stronger and wiser, or this pulls him under, ending his high and mighty portfolio. Only time could tell whether Barry Silbert will continue to usher in innovative ways of trading and managing digital assets, or spiral down into one of the root causes of major declines in the crypto market. But one thing is for sure, we will be there to give you guys an update. That's all for today. Make sure to leave a like on our video and follow our channel for more relevant content about the cryptoverse in all the comfort of your very own crypto app.